Hey there, friends. It is Trucker Ray. Welcome to a carnivore journey with Trucker Ray. It is day 24, and I'm competing with the train out there. Day 24, friends. That's right. It's been 24 days since I had any sugar or any carbs, just meat, eggs, eggs, bacon, fish, all the different kinds of meat. I just haven't had any carbs. I have had no sugar. There might have been a little bit of sugar that got slipped in there because you have cream in your coffee, and I only have a coffee when I come home on a reset, and then I'll have a coffee at A&W, and I ask for one cream, and I know there's probably a very slight amount of sugar in there, but nothing noticeable by any means. So 24 days, and I'll admit something. The last 4 days, well, the last couple days have been good. 3 days prior to that, you guys probably seen my updates on my regular updates. I was feeling crappy. I don't know if that was the keto flu that kicked in. I have no idea. Body chills, sore throat, coughing, stuffed up nose to the point where I couldn't smell anything. And that lasted for about 3 or 4 days. And I'm suspicious that maybe that was a keto flu, because when I have a cold, I don't get rid of it so quickly. I usually have it in my nose for a week or longer. So it was either the keto flu, or because I've been eating so healthy and not all that garbage being put into my system, sugar and the carbs and everything, my immune system might be stronger now. I really don't know. All I know is that I wasn't feeling very good, and I'm glad I'm past that. So I do have a little bit of news to share with you regarding my progress on my weight loss. The last time I was in Langley, which was around 14 days ago, so roughly 2 weeks, maybe it was 13 days, but roughly 2 weeks, I weighed 234 pounds. So I head out, and that was during the time also I was a little bit sick, but I still tried to get food into me. I knew I had to get those food into me, my electrolytes and my vitamins and whatever. I even have chewable vitamin C vitamins. I'm like, these are sweet. They're being sweetened by something. And I look, of course, sucralose. I'm like, okay, I don't want that, because to me, that's just going to be a temptation to think my body's going to think I'm putting sugar into me. So I decided not to bother with that. I'll get vitamin C another way on a different tablet that's not a chewable. So I got back today, and I had 2 nice steaks the other night. So I wanted to make sure I get some good protein into me. And I waited 1 day extra to do a weigh-in, and today I weighed myself. I am now down to 228 pounds. I lost 6 pounds in 2 weeks, which is phenomenal. And I know that a healthy weight loss is 1 to 2 pounds a week. I know that. But I also did my research, and a lot of experts say that when you are on a carnivore diet, the first couple of weeks, 2 3 weeks, you're going to lose a lot of water weight. And that's probably what I've dropped, a lot of water weight. So I am going to be putting more protein into me, more food, and I'm just doing some cooking right now. I'll share with you in a minute what I'm doing here. And I'm going to be starting on my tension bands, or should I say my resistant bands, building the muscle, because they said also that if you lose too much weight too fast, you can also start losing your muscle. So I want to make sure I'm putting in good protein, and I'm going to have those resistant bands going. And so the way I'm going to plan it is that I may do resistant bands one day, and the next day a nice brisk walk, and the next day back to resistant bands, and the next day a brisk walk. So that's what I plan to do. Super excited, really excited. I'm under 220 now. I think that's, hopefully I said 220. I keep saying 120 because I just still couldn't believe that I was even over 200 pounds. I've never been like that in my life. I've never weighed more than that. Maybe at one time when I was really working out, I was 210, but 246 is where I started, guys. 246. That's what I was at. 110 kgs. 10 to 12 weeks ago. And now I've lost around 20 something pounds since then, which is pretty incredible. And like I said, a lot of it's water weight that I've been getting rid of, because you stop more than often to use the men's room. So that's kind of normal. So what I'm making right now is I'm grounding up hamburger, or should I say I am frying up ground hamburger, regular stuff. It's so funny, I couldn't get this at Costco because all they sell is the lean stuff, which is kind of funny because Costco, they only sell the best and they're only going to provide you lean. So I had to go to a different place and get the ground hamburger that's in regular, which has the most fat. Plus I got enough eggs here. I think I got 30 eggs here minus one that I already cooked up. I tried it on one of my hamburgers, but it didn't work that well. So I fried up some other hamburger here. So these are just little patties that I'm gonna let cool down. I'm gonna put 2 of those in each Ziploc bag. So what do we got here? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so that's not too bad. That'll give me some good meals. So maybe at lunchtime, if I want a snack or something, I can grab one. Each one is gonna have 2. So, it won't be too bad. I might have to eat one to make it all even. And so what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to ground all of it. And then I'm going to put a nice chunk of the butter in here. And then I'm going to crack all my eggs and mix it all up. Make it kind of like a goulash. Make it real creamy with the butter in there. And then cook that up. Let that cool down. And put that in Ziploc bags. So that to me, I think would be very, very tasty, especially after a long day and you don't feel like cooking a lot. Just pull some of that stuff out of the freezer and then you just throw it in your microwave and you're good to go. So I figured I would do this. I'm just doing meal prep because sometimes it's a long day and you just don't feel like cooking and pulling out your grill and everything else. And I did that the other day when I was in Ferndale before I came back on my reset. I cooked 2 steaks in the rest area. Whew, that was good. So I fired up my freezer in my camper and it's frozen now. So I'm going to be stashing my meat in here as well, because when I went over to the Mexican border, I realized that if they really wanted to, they could give me a hard time for the meat I was bringing back into the US. Even though I bought it in Canada and I still had the labels on it, they probably would have said fine. But if anyone wanted to be difficult, they could say, no, you're not allowed to bring any meat from Mexico into Canada or US. We're taking it. And now I'd be losing like $100 worth of steaks or more. So I figured I'm just going to put those in there, my regular ones in there, and I'm just going to bring 2 or 3 of them with me on the road. So you just got to be more careful. Any other meat that I have in my camper right now, it's all cooked already. So I don't think they're going to complain about something like that. So yeah, but just wanted to give you guys an update and share with you and let you know how incredible this diet has been. I have been feeling just phenomenal. Lots of energy, very, I don't know, I have high spirits. I'm not flying off the deep end as much, like I was saying before. It just really does change your whole mood. It changes so much when you're not putting all that trash in there. And the sugars and the carbs and everything. And if there, once in a while I still get a little bit tempted. You go into a truck stop and you see, oh, wouldn't it be nice? You're hungry and you're not stopping for 2 more hours. You're like, oh, and then the Snickers bar is right there and the bottle of chocolate milk is right there. So easy to grab that and go pay for that and get back into your vehicle and go. And that's what I used to do before. But I'm not doing that now because I don't want to put myself in that predicament. I don't want to fail with this. I just don't. Failure is not an option for me with this diet. I want to do well with it. So this is one of the reasons why I'm doing this sort of thing. So when I am hungry, I can just pull something quickly out of my freezer, stick it in the microwave for 3 or 4 minutes, and I can munch on that while I'm having my 30-minute break. So I hope there's other truckers that are watching this and keeping an eye on this, because it works, guys. It really, really does. I've done brisk walks like I normally do, but I'm actually dumping weight, and I haven't been able to do this with any other diet. I did try keto for a while, but this works really good for me because you're not allowed to bring vegetables. You're not allowed to bring fruits over the border. You are allowed to bring meats over the border. It's perfect for me. So it's more of an inconvenience for me to cross over the US border, go down there, hit a Walmart, buy stuff, whatever, with inflated prices because everything's terrible because of our Canadian exchange, because it's, you know, you might as well just call the Canadian dollar or the peso because it's just as much the same value. So the carnivore diet works for me. It really does. And maybe it might work for other drivers as well. Maybe not, but it works for me. So guys, that's all I got for you. Just wanted to give you a quick update. And again, tomorrow or tonight I'm heading out. I will be recording that trip. And I'll be heading to Hood River to pick up, I think apples or pears, and it's going down to Mexico. And so that's going to be another 6, 7, 8 day rounder maybe. And then when I get back, I'll weigh myself again, and hopefully we're a little bit lower. But hey guys, it's working. And if some of you are thinking about doing this, you know, feel free to keep watching and seeing for yourself. Maybe this is for you, maybe it's not, but it definitely does work. All right, guys, blessings in the name of Yeshua. I'm going to get back to cooking this, and yeah, it's going to be fun. I got to crack 30 eggs and drop them in there. Woohoo!